Hello, my darlings. Mother Raven here with some scary water creatures to keep an eye out for. So keep your hands and feet inside the boat at all times. And if you feel you need to be tied to a mast, simply let us know. Let's start with the British Isles, as there are so many lurking there. Women with a desire for tender children's flesh lurk in the freshwater rivers and streams. The first is a gruesome-looking lady with the descriptive name Jenny Greenteeth. She calls the Yorkshire River home, though she may stray to any northern streams and rivers to find a small, straggling morsel. She was believed to be the ghost of a witch pre-17th century, who still claims children and animals. Peg Powler is a green-haired villainess who prowls the area of the River Tees and had a nice appearance in the movie Legend, if you recall. Similarly, Peg O'Neill claims the River Tribble. It is believed these creatures were downgraded from pagan gods and goddesses to fays and spirits and ghosts who still demand a sacrifice. Peg O'Neill is said to demand a life every 7 years, and is both a remnant of the goddess Minerva and the ghost of a maid drowned by her mistress by witchcraft as she washed some clothes. Some spirits demand more than a single life. On the River Trent, a lingering god called Eger, formerly Ager, Yuntin of Norse myths, claims 3 lives a year, it is believed. And of 2 other rivers of rugged Scotland, it is said, bloodthirsty Dee each year needs 3, but bonny Dawn she needs none. There is also a dangerous pool in the River Swale that is said to be haunted by a drowned highwayman by the name of Tom Hoggett. He drowns anyone who dares to enter the water there, no matter how strong a swimmer they may be. Of course, we can't leave Scotland without meeting the fatal equine, the Kelpie. The famous water horse, most famous for luring greedy folk into climbing on their backs to claim them. When the horse suddenly lurches into the deep water, with the hapless humans stuck firm to their back, drowning them before devouring them at their pleasure. Most Kelpies are male, but the female ones have been known to shapeshift to beautiful women who lure men with lust rather than greed. Their Welsh cousins, whose names I won't slaughter here, do the same, though they have wings and drag their victims high into the sky and drop them, much like an eagle and a turtle. In Celtic lands, if you wander across the path of a woman washing clothes in a river, be very cautious. She could be a Ben Nye, the washerwoman. She washes the clothes of those about to die. She is an old woman and represents the latter aspect of women, the crone, the layer out of the dead. Like death itself, she isn't good or bad, and seeing her doesn't necessarily foretell your own death. She wears green and has webbed feet, but she may grant you wishes if you can manage to get between her and the water, should you wish to try. Scotland and Ireland, of course, have kinder creatures, lovely and irresistible, not harmful. The selkie, or seals of the cold seas, seen by, well, everybody. Seriously, you can see them at your nearest zoo. But on moonlit nights, some shed their blubbery skins and emerge as beautiful women to cavort and play on the shores. If a man is quick and silent enough, he can snatch up the skin of a selkie, and then she is bound to him. He can marry her, and she will be a sweet, loving, dutiful wife. However, should she find where her skin is hidden, she will immediately leave for the sea, never to return, leaving her husband and children heartbroken. Some legends have her taking her daughters with her. A similar tale happened in Ireland. A young farmer spied a beautiful girl on the shore of a nearby lake. He went and talked a long while with her, and, as happens in legends, fell instantly in love. Her father, who lived in the lake, and was sort of the mayor of the sunken town in there, did not approve of the marriage, but the daughter begged him. He told the farmer if he could tell the difference between the girl and her twin, he could have her. As the two girls were lined up, he noticed the difference in the shoes and picked his beloved. The father then set a stipulation on the union. Should he strike her unnecessarily 3 times, she must return to her watery home forever. The marriage was a happy one and blessed with children. They were asked to attend a christening, and she complained it was too far to walk. He tapped her arm and told her to saddle the horse then. She told him that was the first blow. Then one day they attended a funeral. The wife began to laugh and smile. The farmer nudged her in the ribs and asked her what she was doing. Everyone was looking at her as if she'd gone mad. She replied that she was happy for the deceased as his suffering was over and he was happy in heaven, and informed him that was the second strike. One day they attended a wedding, and the wife began to weep uncontrollably, and the farmer nudged her again in embarrassment and demanded the reason for her reaction. She said she saw the misery and sadness the couple would endure, and she looked at him sadly, saying that was the third strike, and she would have to go. She left him 3 sons and a prosperous farm, but never returned. Let us, my darlings, swim northeast for the next group of fabulous water fae. In Scandinavia, the luring and alluring water spirit is male and very attractive. Nuken or Nuk is seen in rivers and lakes and lure young women into jumping into the water. He can also appear as a white horse and allow young children to climb on his back. You can guess to what end. He's also a talented musician, and the villages can hear his fiddle played for miles. This, in fact, leads us to his brother of a spirit, the Fossagrimmen, or just Grim for short. He is a handsome man who is always unattired. He lives under a waterfall and is so unbelievably talented at playing the violin. He plays the water, he plays the air, he plays the sound of the wind in the trees, and he will teach you to play too, if you bring him a piece of stolen meat. Some famous Norse fiddle players were thought to have been his pupils. The Druagen are ghosts of drowned men, not nearly so handsome. They are huge and ugly and desire to drag men in boats down to their watery graves. On stormy nights, they are seen rowing half a boat, craving a company and ensuring their death. Legend tells of a man who escaped his clutches and ran to the church graveyard, pleading for the dead there to protect him. In the morning, all the graves were said to be open. If so, a chilling and wondrous tale. Or some very industrious human resurrectionists. Leaving the lovely northern countries, we peek cautiously under the bridges as we pass to avoid any well-known trolls. I will continue the wet terror in another video. I hope you enjoyed this one, and never forget your towel. Thank you, my darlings. If you enjoy my little videos, please like, subscribe, and meet me next time under the trees.